Very good morning to all. Myself, Dr. Parul Garg, Assistant Professor, IIMT College of Management, Greater Noida. In today's video, we will learn time series analysis. Today, you are able to understand time series, importance of time series, what is forecasting, and how we analyze the time series. What is time series? For as long as we have been recording data, time has been a crucial factor in time series analysis. Time is a significant variable of the data. Time series analysis helps us study our world and learn how we progress with it. Time series analysis is a specific way of analyzing a sequence of data points collected over an interval of time. In time series analysis, analysts record data points at consistent interval over a set period of time, rather than just recording the data points randomly. However, this type of analysis is not merely the act of collecting data over time. Time series analysis typically requires a large number of data points to ensure consistency and reliability. Additionally, time series data can be used for forecasting, predicting future data based on historical data. Let us first, what is forecasting? What is forecasting? All of us read or listen to the weather forecast, often enough, wondering whether rain or a storm is going to hit us just when we don't want it to. The forecast, as you know, is a prediction of future conditions based on an analysis of data received over a period of time. There are other kinds of forecasting too. Definitions of time series. A few definitions of time series are as follows. By Keeney and Keeping said, a set of data depending on the time is called a time series. According to Yalun Chow, a time series may be defined as a collection of reading belonging to different time periods of some economic variables or composite of variables. Croxton and Cowden said a time series consists of data arranged chronologically. Conclusively, it can be said that time series is an arrangement of statistical data in a chronological order. It reflects the dynamic pace of movements of a phenomenon over a period of time. Let us understand what are the importance and utility of time series. Time series analysis is used for many applications such as economic forecasting, sale forecasting, budgetary analysis, stock market analysis, yield projections, process and quality control, inventory studies, workload projections, utility analysis, census analysis, and many more. What are the methods for time series analysis? In business forecasting, it is important to analyze the characteristics movements of variations in the given time series. The following are the principal methods of measuring trend from given time series. Freehand curve method, semi-average method, moving average method, and method of least square. Let us understand freehand curve method. This method is also as graphic method or curve fitting by inspection. The procedure for knowing the trend by this method is as follows. First of all, the original value of a time series are plotted on a graph paper, and a histogram is obtained by joining these points. After this, a smooth curve is drawn through these points, keeping in view the direction of fluctuations in such a way that the curve represents the general tendency of the data. The term secular trend or long-term trend are also used in this context. It is evident that by freehand curve method, an effort is made to draw such a smooth curve so that seasonal, cyclical, and irregular fluctuations in the original data may be eliminated. Here, it is important to note that different persons are likely to draw different curve from the same data. Hence, the following points must be keep in mind while drawing a freehand smooth curve. The curve should be smooth. The number of points above the trend curve should be more or less equal to the number of points below it. If there is cyclical fluctuations in data, the cycle above the curve and below the curve should be almost equal. Now let's understand what are the merits of this method. It is a simple method of studying trend. There is no need of any mathematical calculations which save time and labor. Flexible method uh, in the sense that it can be used to represent both linear and non-linear trends. This is the example of freehand curve method. In this example, we have a sale of approx 9 years. If we draw a graph taking year of x-axis and sales on y-axis, it will be irregular as shown below. Now drawing a freehand curve passing approximately through all these points will represent trend line. It is a simple method of estimating trend which requires no mathematical calculation. It is a flexible method as compared to rigid mathematical trends and therefore a better representative of the trend of the data. Second one is semi-average method. In this method, we divide the entire data in two parts and the values of each part is added and averaged. These two averages are called semi-average averages. These two averages are the 2 points corresponding to their middle year of the graph. The line obtained by joining these 2 points is the required trend line and may be extended downward and upward with a view to get intermediate values or to predict future values. When the number of years is an odd figure, the middle year is left out. Middle year is not considered in such cases. For example, if series is given for 9 years, then the value of the middle 9 plus 1 divided by 2 is equal to fifth value will be left out and there will be two parts of 4 years each, and if number of years is even, there is no problem to divide it into two parts. For example, if number of years is 8, then first 4 years will be taken as the first part and the last 4 years will be taken as the second part. It should be noted that if the data is for even number of years, it can be easily divided into two halves. But if it is the odd number of years, we leave the middle of the time series and two halves constitute the period of an each side of middle year. This is the example for the odd years. Here we can see that there is 7 years and here is the number of years is an odd figure, and thus the figure corresponding to middle, that is 2002, is ignored. Now we plotted original series and trend line corresponding to 2 points of same averages. Here we can see 1999, 2000 and 2001. We ignored the 2002, and again the pair of 3 years, 2003, 2004 and 2005. Merits. This method is easy to understand. There is no complex mathematical calculations excepting finding out arithmetic mean of two parts. It is an objective method because everyone applying this is to give data would be identical trend value. Both the end of the trend line may be extended to find the estimate of past and the future values. Third one is moving average method. Moving average method is a simple and flexible device of reducing fluctuations and obtaining trend values with a fair degree of accuracy. It consists is obtaining a series of moving averages of successive overlapping groups or selection of the time series. For example, there are 6 years A, B, C, D, and E and F, and 3 years moving average is to be computed. It will be done as follows: A plus B plus C divided by 3, because we are doing the 3 yearly moving average. Then we ignored A. Again, we will start totaling by 3, B plus C plus D divided by 3. Then again, we ignored B. Then we do C plus D plus E divided by 3 and so on. The basic question to be decided in this method is that what should be the period of moving average? That is 3 yearly, 4 yearly, and the 5 yearly, etc. This decision is taken on the basis of size of data and fluctuations there within. From the points of view of calculation of moving averages, the question can be divided in two categories: when period is odd and when period is even. Odd period moving average. It means moving averages of odd period or year, that is 3, 5, 7, 9 years. Its procedure can be understood by the below example for 3 yearly moving average. In this example, we can see there is the odd number, that is 7 years, 2000, 2001, 2002, 3, 4, 5 and 6, and we have profit for these 7 years. First of all, 3-year moving totals will be obtained. Then in column 4, we do the 3-yearly moving averages. Even period moving averages. If the moving averages is to be calculated on the basis of even period, that is 2, 4, 6 years, then averages are calculated after centering the moving totals. Suppose 4-yearly moving total are to be calculated. The following procedure would be adopted. First of all, 4-yearly moving totals will be obtained. The first total will be of first 4 years, the next total of 4 years excluding first year, and this procedure will be the repeated. The first total will be placed between second and third year, second total between third and fourth year, and so on. After it, these moving totals will be centered. For this purpose, 2-period moving total will be obtained. 2-period moving totals will be divided by 8. Here is the example of 4-yearly moving totals. Here we can see that in column 3, we have the total of 4. In column 4, we have the total or average of uh, 4 years, and here is the total of 8 divided by 2 is equal to 4 yearly moving average. Method of least square method. This is the last method, least square method. This method is considered as one of the best methods for obtaining trend values. Under this method, the line of best fit is obtained for the time series on the assumption of least square by using algebraic equations. This line may be in the form of straight line or parabolic curve. This method is called the method of least square because the sum of squares of the deviations of various points of trend line from original data would be the least as compared to the sum of squares of the deviations obtained by using the any other line. The determination of trend on the basis of the method of least square can be categorized into 3 parts. One is fitting a straight line trend. Second one, fitting a parabolic or non-linear trend. And the third one is semi-logarithm curve. Fitting a straight line method. For fitting a straight line method trend on the basis of method of least square, the following equations is used where yc is equal to a plus bx. Yc is equal to required trend value and x is equal to unit of time. A and B are constant. If the first year is taken as origin, then A is the difference between point of origin O and the point where the trend line and y-axis intersect. In the middle year of the time series is taken as origin, then A means the arithmetic mean of time series. The constant B indicates the slope of trend line. It is also called growth rate or decline rate because it tells the change in trend line Y for each unit changes in time X. Thank you.